What's good, y'all? Y'all see the title, right? 6ix9ine Justifies beating his baby mother over Shotti. It's not just beating his mother. The whole premise of him telling in court during his case, he's still sitting on that type of theory as he did his interview with Vlad, one of the biggest interviews that Vlad has done in a very long time. But before we get to 6ix9ine, I want to build up in that direction for a second. I want to set the table. I want to walk us through some hip hop snitching related history, mafia related history, and I want to, instead of like ask the questions, kind of rhetorical, like, do we care about snitches here in this country? Are we infatuated with snitches? You want me to answer the question before even looking at the chat? For whatever reason, the answer is yes. It's yes. We have a big infatuation with the crime world, with the mafia, with the streets, with gangs, people that sit in their houses and go nowhere close to criminal activity, nowhere close to crime, breaking laws, running around the streets, tearing shit up. Watching that type of stuff from a distance is what makes Hollywood Hollywood. It's what makes some of these movies sell millions and millions and millions and millions of purchases, or to millions of fans. Attracts all types of fans from around the world. Same thing with music. Hip hop music, very, very violent. Most of us that listen to music, the type of shit that they're rapping about, we don't act like that in our daily lives, right? But we be damned if we go without playing that music. And the same thing goes for other genres of music too. But there's just something about American culture that gravitates to violence. So as much as we love, for lack of better words, as much as we love violence, there's the other side to it. Not everything runs smooth. You got people that end up in jail, people that end up deceased, people that get out of situations via snitching. And it's all in that bucket to us. And we're interested in all of it. What's one of the biggest storylines of 2025? Let's see. What do we got this year? We got the Drake and UMG lawsuit. We got the Big U indictment. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Some of the recency shit is killing me because my mind goes straight to Young Thug. It's killing me. Oh, Diddy's sentencing, Diddy's trial, absolutely. But Young Thug, one of the biggest storylines this year, and that interrogation audio, it's gonna be a part of his career forever. He won't be able to live it down ever, ever, ever. You're gonna have detractors. You're gonna have. He's on the stream with Aiden Ross the other day, and he looks at the screen. He reads a comment that's calling him a rat. I don't know why he read it. He should have just saw that one and left that alone. Gunna, same thing. I have an article here we're gonna pull up about a bunch of alleged hip hop rats, some of which I definitely forgot about. And I was just like, what him? Wait, hold that. I think I do remember that story. We are infatuated with it. It's all in the views, it's all in Hollywood, it's all in the music industry. It is what it is. And before we build up to the 6ix9ine question, where I'm going to ask y'all, well, how do y'all feel again in 2025 now that he's got these viral interviews happening with Vlad? Um, there's another allegation that's starting to get legs, a very, very big allegation for one of the biggest hip hop rappers to come out. All right. I don't think it's something that's clear cut yet, but we're gonna start to take a look at it. So you see what we got for today's segment. And we got a couple other small flash news to close out. Well, let's start to walk. Y'all ready? Shout out to the members, shout out to the mods, shout out to the whole chat. Let's walk. So first I want to go to what I said earlier. Because people, you'll never be able to contest numbers, but they'll say, "What do you mean? In fact, I ain't infatuated, snitch. ARP, what the hell you talk about? Speak for yourself." I'm speaking for millions. It's not just some of us that are here for it, right? Um, when you search on YouTube, Sammy the Bull's interview, and that might be one of the most known telling stories that come to mind for people, right? What comes up? Gambino Mafia underboss and hitman Sammy the Bull tells, what's the rest of the title? Tells his life story, full interview. 5.2 million views is this interview. It could be VladtTv, who has a billion interviews on his channel. This could be one of his top 10, 20 interviews that's on his channel. And I can't remember the last time I even saw a thumbnail of Vlad where it's got up in the corner like that, the M. 5M plus views. He's commemorating it. And it's only 3 years old, this interview. He probably got a list of reoccurring guests. He got new stuff that he needs to jump in. All right, this is hot right now. Let me get the guy, the Punisher from the Diddy's trial up here. He'll never interview him again. That guy will never be relevant again to Vlad's platform. But Sammy the Bull is probably somebody he's got on his list. Like, all right, it's been 6 months. Reach out to Sammy the Bull's people. Can we get him back on the platform again? Same thing with Charleston. Well, he don't fuck with Charleston White anymore. But same thing with 6ix9ine. What happened? You will see 6ix9ine back on the platform again within the next, if 6ix9ine is out of jail, right? Within the next year, you will see him back on Vlad. But this is huge. 5.2 million views. This one was 1 year ago, 291. This is more like this is an interview, but Sammy the Bull Gravano interview. Oh no, it is an interview. It's probably got some old footage in it. Let me see. Yeah, old footage. Look how young he is. Okay. This is a newer one, but 5 years ago. Jeez. Vlad probably wants this one. He might have did his after seeing this. Look at this shit. Mafia underboss Sammy Gravano breaks his silence after 20 years. 22 million views. There's a whole world for this shit. Back on Vlad again 1 month ago, 185,000 views. This one, he's got the 1 million view commemoration badge on it. One year ago, more current. Sammy the Bull and John Gotti on him, Steven Seagal snitching. I forgot about Steven Seagal. Didn't he allegedly tell because he was being extorted or pressed by the mafia? And nobody was like, damn, you broke street code, Steven Seagal. It's just because everybody's caught up in his movies. So like, yo, why didn't you just go break his arm? Whoever's messing with you. You're dealing with a different scenario. This ain't cinema, B. This ain't a movie studio. But 1.3 million views for Sammy here. Okay, this particular clip, 188,000. Mobster interview, 1.5 million, and so forth and so on. This one's 2.5 million, so forth and so on. All right. Now let's start to go into hip hop. Anybody remember some of these stories? Some of them really caught me off guard. Like, wait, what? Using Big's title for this is crazy. I got a story to tell. 10 of hip hop's biggest snitches, allegedly. Wow. Allegedly. I'm definitely going to say allegedly too, because I don't know if I remember all of these, but all right. This one I didn't remember. Lil C's. But was this some of the beef that kicked off with him and Mano? So Mano's running around with Little Kim at the time. Mano's kind of on his bully as well when he came home and he's trying to get into the industry. He even admit that some of the songs that he did was kind of to get attention, almost like that 50 Cent How to Rob blueprint. But he was official. Everybody looked at Mano at the time as a guy that was really, really about being active. So videos of him slapping people on stage, and you see the video with him and Bunky SA where he flashed his gun on him. What else? The Young Berg slapping story. Young Berg confirmed it. Right. The Little C's fight that he spoke about on DVD. Say chased him down, put hands on him, hit him with a cone. Lil C's didn't really dispute it when he started talking about it, right? But wow, Lil C's snitching allegations. Lil C's allegedly snitched on Little Kim. So Little Kim and C's to this day, they don't have a relationship, right? In 2005, the snitch label was placed on Junior Mafia rapper Lil C's after he took the stand in Lil Kim's perjury trial. The case stemmed from a shootout incident that occurred between Kim's camp and Capone's crew outside of Hot 97 studio in February 2001. Due to in part the C's testimony, Queen B was convicted of perjury and conspiracy for lying to investigators and sentenced to a year in prison, though Big's former protege claimed he had no choice but to take the stand. Ooh. Because he was subpoenaed by the feds, many dubbed him a rat. It's coming back to me a little bit as I read it. He definitely went through that. How people feel about C's today, I don't know. But people also forget that in this whole snitch infatuated, uh, I guess, thing that we're in. All of us, we're lying if we act like we're not. Little Kim had one of the strongest, most solid stories of just standing tall and facing the music of whatever was coming her direction. Remember, Lil Kim went and sat down, right? She stood taller with her 4'8" self more than a lot of these niggas. But okay, the C's thing, this was crazy. And 50 Cent has been pushing this for a long time because of his reputation of how actively involved he was allegedly in street shit. So Jimmy Henchman allegedly snitched on associates Wyclef's driver and Wyclef. In 2011, the feds indicted hip hop mogul Jimmy Henchman on charges that he ran a $10 million a year drug ring. After a month-long manhunt, he was apprehended. Then, according to authorities, he started dropping dimes like Chris Paul, offering a proffer agreement in exchange for time shaved off of his inevitably lengthy sentence. Henchman reportedly detailed aspects of his operation and admitted to prosecutors that the majority of his income was derived from illegal means. He also admitted to loaning Wyclef drug money and selling rappers driver several kilos of dope, as well as using Interscope's offices to make drug drops. It's allegedly for all of this, but yeah, he got that label for this situation. 50 has been big on that, always pushing it. And speaking of 50 pushing narratives, that's another one that's not going to be on this list, but was a big discussion this year as well. Big Meech, right? We are all very interested in these type of storylines. Okay, even Lil Meech got up in the storylines multiple times this year for allegedly breaking street codes, right? Let's continue. Who doesn't remember this one? Alpha Mega. Now, I know this one caught a lot of people off guard because he was considered the enforcer for T.I., the goon, not the security guard. He rapped. He was T.I.'s friend. He was part of the camp. He's got documentaries online about where he's from, Techwood, and how dangerous it was and how they came up drug dealing and shooting at each other every day and getting shot and putting in work. And we saw footage of him, I think, what was it, the BT Awards, was it? When Shorty Low and T.I.'s camp, they both crashed and collided. They both took the stage, dissing each other, rapping at each other. Remember that? It was real back then. The T.I. and Little Flip beef was real. The T.I. and Shorty Low shit was real. Alpha Mega was running around enforcing, standing front lines and all that. And when we heard what we heard about that, it was just like, how? Alpha Mega allegedly snitched on Ali Bakwar. Former Grand Hustle muscle Cedric Alpha Mega Zellers was booted from the Kang's court back in 2009 after Smoking Gun unearthed court documents revealing that the rapper had ratted on Atlanta heroin dealer Ali Bakar. According to SG's explosive find, Mega began working as a DA informant to build a case against Bakar after the rapper was charged in a felony gun case back in 1995. As a result of Zella's testimony, Bakar was convicted of conspiracy to distribute heroin, and Mega received an 18-month reduction on his sentence. The rapper proclaims his innocence to this day. I don't know how much he proclaimed his innocence. For some reason, for this one, I wanted to bring up, because I was just so heavy on the internet and following the storylines at this time. For some reason, I wanted to just pull it up. Now, mind you, there's also an interview of the guy, the Ali guy, standing in front of Morris Brown College, speaking on Alpha Mega doing something to him, right? There's also still online T.I. addressing it, I think, on radio. It might have been like one of the big radio platforms. They asked him, and he pretty much said, like, nah, I can't rock with him anymore, and this was how Alpha Mega addressed it.
It's, the same attorney that T.I. got. Another thing was, dude never had a heroin case. Dude had a cocaine case, So I know whoever sent that document out, it was somebody typed it up from something, they put something together. But I'm basically gonna give y'all the real deal of how it was. I didn't know Ali, don't know Ali to the day. On some real, never did any business with Ali, and he knows this. Wallahi. Dude know it's somebody that he know that I know. Came to me with something. They had something on me. You know what I'm saying? And we want to hear a say on that, what it is, or who it was. But they put the pressure on me, and it wasn't the government, it wasn't nobody like that. They put the pressure on me to basically lie on this dude. It was up to me to either play the hand out of dealt or fold. If I play the hand out of dealt, I'm looking at 30, 40. You feel what I'm saying? If I fold, I mean I'm still in the game. So I went ahead on and folded. And from the time I did it, I was remorseful about it. Like it hurt me because basically I ain't snitched on the dude. I lied on this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like didn't know this dude, and I was young at the time. I'm being honest with y'all. I'm keep it real.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. To say I didn't snitch on him, I lied on him. Either one is still within the realms of cooperation. I mean, out of Alpha Mega's own mouth, he said, if I don't fold, I'm looking at 30, 40. So who gives you 30, 40 years? Your friends? The street? No, that's prison time. That's the authorities. He said, if I fold, I'm still in the game. I chose to fold. Right. So there's no way to and these are like one of those interviews. And I don't remember seeing too many interviews of Alpha Mega like overdoing the whole I didn't do nothing wrong. I don't remember that. The last interview I watched of Alpha Mega that might have even came out this year, it looks like he's turned new faith, like he's Muslim and he speaks against street stuff. He's more so like carrying a more positive message for the youth, right? But this is another one of those examples to me of when people they say things in interviews and whether they realize it or not, they're kind of admitting to it, right? It's just people have a tendency like some of the stuff I was mentioning in my last Head Ice video and respect to him, and I'm not even trying to put anything in his direction. I'm just saying when you try to speak around something all coded or try to use certain words and you're still saying what you're saying and we're not stupid, so Alpha Mega said what he said and whatever he did. But if we go back to the list, after Mega, they got 50 on here still. Let's be honest, we don't believe that 50 is a snitch, right? We all fuck with 50. We've supported him his entire career, from the music to the business ventures to the shows. He bullies a little bit too much, jumps out the window on people and uses Instagram a little bit too much. He is who he is. When somebody shows you who they are, accept it. And yet we accept it and say, we fuck with you, homie. But let's be honest, like there's been pockets of people that have said this in 50's direction for 20 plus years at this point. Literally, right? It's still all allegedly, but 50 Cent allegedly snitched on Ja Rule and Irv Gotti. 50 Cent was labeled a snitch by many of his detractors early on in his career for name dropping local gangsters and detailing their exploits in the song Ghetto Quran. But in March 2000, after getting into a scuffle with members of Murder Inc., Nemesis Ja Rule swore fifth ran to the fuzz and filed for an order of protection against his crew. Moretto Inc. members even posted the purported op or whatever document online to try to further soil Curtis's thug image. Elements of the document were later proven to be falsified by XXL Magazine. Did he ever get into it with XXL Magazine about that? 50 quick to call his lawyers. And XXL Magazine and 50 once had a big partnership. That whole movement of XXL at the time, when you had like Slim Shady covers and Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, his signing, it was all fighting the source. It was like Benzino, fuck y'all, we over here with the XXL, and they pushed the XXL brand and turn around and XXL allegedly breaks falsified documents on 50. It's a scary world, boy. It's a scary world. Business is business, huh? It is what it is. But anyway, the Ghetto Quran song, infamous. We all know the song. Me personally, I've never looked at 50 like that because of that song. Even if he made that song today, what I would say is this is stupid. I wouldn't say you're snitching. Now, I would definitely say that if you just like if we found out you're working as an informant and then you're making music like that, then we're like, okay, there's a reason that you're making this type of music. Normally, we look at rappers that say a million fucking names in they raps as just the way that they rap, right? It's huge in Philly. It's huge in drill music. And so we're not just going to focus on the Ghetto Quran song, because when he's sitting there and saying that this person's had drugs and this person shot this person did this or whatever, they do it a mile a minute in drill, and y'all don't call them rappers. Every fucking drill song they talking about. So Little Durk's done it a million times. Have y'all called him, oh, you're snitching on these people in your music? No, nobody does that to Little Durk. Nobody did that to King Von. Nobody did that to FBG Duck. Nobody does that to G Herb. Everybody that raps about says names in their raps. Not even just their raps, even interviews. Nobody calls them snitches. It's just them talking too fucking much and doing stupid shit. Philly, I don't know how much I hear that in today's Philly scene of rap. But you go back in the day to the DVD era, that's all they did was say their shooters' names. Quilly would always mention Saya and Dev with the riot pump, and so would Joey Jihad, and they would always mention their alleged shooters, putting their guys out there. This person would do this, and Vito is serving life right now. Vito gonna come, right? Y'all know some of these names from the Philly rap scene. And so it's not really considered snitching because you rap about shit that you shouldn't be rapping about. All right. It's dealing with authorities that comes into play. The other piece of it, the alleged order of protection, it's been there for a long time. I've seen both sides. I've seen people come out and say that it's false. I've seen actual, what was it, a detective or somebody came out and said that it was real. 50 always came out and said it was fake paperwork and they made it up. Irv Gotti and Chris Gotti and Ja Rule. You ask them to this day, rest in peace, Irv, meaning like Christo or Ja Rule. Ask them today. They're going to put it on their kids. That is real. It's a real order of protection. So, hey, 50 wins that overall war, though, because people just never saw that in him. And that happens a lot. Same reason why the Young Thug news is so massive. We don't see it in you. 50 came up as a guy that seemed real tough. We hear stories that the guy that shot you 9 times was taken care of, whether directly or indirectly because of you. You out here fighting and fussing and getting into it with all these people, and we just think that you're tough enough to never go to the authorities and file an order of protection. So it's very hard to believe. So until it was 1000% proven, everybody was going to give that benefit of the doubt to 50, and that's how his career went. Okay. T.I. They don't like all them silences and rocket launches and grenades, allegedly. I'm joking. I'm exaggerating. But they're like, how did you pull off that time? It's followed him for a very long time. He's always had to fuss and fight with it. Interviews, screaming and getting into it with people. Got back and forth. Was this year, last year's back and forth with Boosie. Pull up on me, let's do the paperwork party. He's been defending it and very vocal about it. Another one that's been like talked about for like 10, 15 years plus. Right? T.I. allegedly snitched on somebody, damn it. And they don't even know who. They're just saying they're pulling a whack 100. Like, nah, you're supposed to have more time. That's what they're doing. After Tip was arrested in 2007 trying to buy enough guns to open an army surplus and finagled a 1-year plea deal, naturally Katz tried to slander his character and classify him as an informant. People were coming out of the woodworks trying to call the Kang cowardly vermin, but unlike his former employee, no solid evidence in the form of court documents has surfaced to prove that T.I. did anything than have a great lawyer and a soft judge. There you go. Very, very possible. You don't have any full all-out proof, so it just is what it is. If anything, they have more of a means to go after T.I. because of the Crime Stoppers video. And even that isn't snitching, but it's just like everybody knows you're being forced to do that. All right. I saw people like, who was it? my son, for example, people that normally come out on the internet and speak out against shit that people are scared to talk about. My son came out and said, if it was anybody else, like a 1-800 Crime Stopper joint, like really, really. But he was working his mojo, right, to try to get up out the situation, and maybe just had a great lawyer. All right, this one I absolutely did not remember at all. Scarface, one of the most respected names in hip hop history. Go speak to the Nas's and the Jay-Z's of the world. Scarface might be in their top. He's in. We saw it yesterday, right? When we did the stream. He's in Jay-Z's top 5. So respected, this man. Scarface allegedly snitched on, they have a name here, George Simmons and Brian Keith. I do not remember this. Almost 20 years ago, y'all. Back in 2007, Houston rap luminary Scarface was embroiled in a beef with fellow H-Town member or rapper Lil Troy. When Troy accused Face of working with the Popo, the wannabe baller rapper distributed a DVD called Paperwork that claims to include a supposed affidavit that proves Scarface cooperated with an investigation that resulted in the convictions of Brian Keith and George Simmons. Reportedly, Simmons later released a letter from prison saying Face Mob had nothing to do with him getting nabbed. So Simmons, if he put out a letter, you got to go with that. Well, then again, I take that back. I can't say you got to go with it because people will speak up on your behalf for different reasons. Let bygones be bygones. We're friends again. I'm financially supporting you. People can be purchased. So I wouldn't take the word for it for the guy that writes a letter out saying, who, that person? Nah, he didn't do nothing. Look how people reacted to Roscoe's video when he spoke out for Young Thug. They didn't take his word for it when he came out. I said, man, Jeffrey clean as a whistle. Or what he did is he's supposed to do. You're supposed to tell him we selling Lil Wayne weed. Everybody's just like, huh, Roscoe? Yeah, you said that wrong. You just made it worse. All right. So it's not about taking a person's word for something if there's clear-cut paperwork, court documentation, because people will lie. Period. All right. The paperwork is supposed to be the more truthful thing to go on. Okay. I'm gonna look into this more when I get off the stream out of curiosity because I really don't remember the Scarface shit. I really don't. And even though they're saying this guy came out, what about this guy, Byron Keith? Wow. Another one that I don't think is on this list, but we brought it up recently, and I didn't even go in that direction for him. It was Bun B. And the reason why I didn't go in that direction is because I said he is like, he put down his flag. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not a gangster. He's not a street guy anymore. He's a taxpaying, law-abiding, old man civilian. And that was that situation about the people that came into his house, right? And him and his wife testified, about the situation. And those guys are getting years behind, how the case ended up going. But nobody got mad at Bun B for that. He's just out here trying to live a regular life, and he went through what he went through inside of his crib. So shout out to Bun B. Cameron. So when I glanced this before the stream cut on, I thought they was going to talk about when he did the press conference saying, yeah, when I was in DC and I got shot and I seen that nigga throw up that rock sign. And then Jay-Z and Nas did their interview and saying, that's snitching. What are you doing, Kev? I thought that's where they was going to go. This is something I don't remember either. Cameron allegedly snitched on the appliers of the bully foot. Say it ain't so. After appearing on a 60-minute and ignorantly starch support of no snitching movement, we remember that interview of him. Smoking Gun uncovered documents that show that killer once ran to the police and filed a police report after a group of men put their paws on him at a Harlem basketball game back in 1999. Stop it, 5. The alleged incident. So this video was up here on his website, and now it's age restricted and no longer available. Interesting. Unless this is the video of the fight in Rucker Park. What? Let me see this. What year was the fight in Rucker Park, including Lil C's was there, right? Lil C's. Jim Jones was there, right? Jim Jones and Cameron. I'll just put those 3 names. What year was that? Is it going to say 19? It says 1998. However, there was a source that claims such an altercation occurred in 19. Oh, wait. Also on Wikipedia's page on Jim Jones mentioned that in 1999, during a basketball game at the Rucker Park, members of Junior Mafia physically assaulted physically assaulted. I hope that's not what Jim's words were. Physically assaulted the diplomats, which include Cameron and Jim. So we all saw the DVD, or the footage. If you come from that era, which I remember, all this shit is playing in my mind as I'm talking. Remember the back and forth? That's when French Montana even got in on the action, because French started running around and hanging out with, I think, Lil C's a little bit. They got cool, but French, did they? Either way, it was on DVD, and I think the Coke Boys and French Montana was one of the people that put the footage out of Rucker Park. And remember, French and Jim, they were into it for a while, and they finally, put the beef down. So but this Cameron one, I don't remember hearing about that back then. So hey, 40 and 40, man, tap in, shoot me a DM or a text, G. 40 be keeping up on the streams, and when I talk about diplomat history, sometimes he corrects me or he sends me added information. 40, tap in. What is this? I don't know, man. I see y'all in the chat. Jumping the gate at Rucker Park. Might have been the same situation where Jim Jones gave details of jumping on top of a cop car, like, what's up? What y'all want to do? He said his boys were like, get off that fucking cop car. What are you doing? We don't standing on no damn cop cars. Oh, man, it's just a lot. It's a lot. So I don't know about that Cam one. I don't remember hearing about that. I kind of remember him getting his name dragged through the mud. Capone from CNN. Capone and Noriega. Capone allegedly snitched on Killer Black. When Mobb Deep member Prodigy's biography, My Infamous Life, hit the shelves, one of the biggest revelations made by P was that Capone of CNN supposedly snitched on Havoc's brother Killer Black back in the day. Capone fired back, refuting the allegations, but no hard evidence has ever come forward to substantiate either rapper's story. Despite having worked with Capone on several occasions since he allegedly tattled on his man's bro, P has never backed down from his story and insists one took the stand. So, rest in peace, Prodigy. And who knows? Who the fuck knows? They say we want to see that paperwork, so let's keep it moving. But Tommy Hill, I definitely remember this. Tommy Hill allegedly snitched on Johnny Harry and Benjamin Bellum. I remember that joint with Oskino and Garcia on the radio show screaming on Tommy Hill, and Tommy Hill was doing his internet campaigns. I'm this, I'm still that. These niggas is bums. I got money. I'm popping. I'm this and that. But the allegations on him were crazy, and he was killed later on. All right. And last but not least, 6ix9ine. This is just the hip hop side of the world, people. I ain't gonna do the mafia. If we was doing the mafia today, we'd be going over Frank Lucas and Sammy the Bull, everything. But here lies who some people would say the biggest snitch or rat in hip hop history. Now, if you were here for the intro, from the numbers standpoint, from the viewership standpoint, from the entertainment standpoint, has it affected, even from a money or earning standpoint, has it affected 6ix9ine? No, not at fucking all. And we also showed even some of Sammy the Bull's numbers. But 6ix9ine, Tekashi 6ix9ine, this isn't even an allegation. 6ix9ine has been singing high notes on the 9 Trey Bloods for days, and he's already admit to all of this, right? So don't even need the story. Look, they didn't even put no fucking story for it. They just they just left it like that to close out the article. Oh shit. All right. I told you we was gonna walk our way towards, right? I told y'all that. Now let's go to DJ Vlad's channel. Vlad got 6.2 million subscribers. Sheesh. Shout out to Vlad, man. Look at his recent interviews. 3.5 thousand, 19,000. Get to 6ix9ine here, 105. Back to Act 49, 23, 24, 16, 95. Then they asked me about my views and subscribers, man. It goes hand in hand with the viewership for that particular content, man. The internet is the internet. 6.3 million, 2 million views, and some of the interviews still land in the 10,000s. You know, that's how it goes on YouTube. But let's keep going. Gloria Velez definitely looking like she aged, man. We remember her as the supermodel, right? 200,000 for 6ix9ine. He's leading all the recent content by clear margins. Very, very clear margins. This one, 249, super clear margins. He's leading all recent content. 142. None of these uploads are coming close to him. 173, 552, 5 days ago, over a half a mil. Nobody's coming close to 6ix9ine right now. 149, not close. 328, 261. He's like 80% over like some of the biggest shit we've seen so far. Oh, here goes almost half it. 250. He's killing. 178. 337. These are all clips from his interview rolling out that Vlad is putting up millions of views in combination. 283. 427. He's killing. Look at these fucking numbers, B. For everybody else. 309. Look at this shit. 844. Everybody else is around this time is like in the tens and shit. Look at this. 349. How many? Yo, Vlad, you ate. How much did you pay this guy? 632. How much did you pay this guy? 338. I really didn't know he had this much. 365. 561. He's made $1 million off of 6ix9ine, B, from this interview. From the clips and the advertisement and the other platforms and the YouTube monetization. He just made $1 million off of 6ix9ine. Vlad. He did. And he's still rolling out. Vlad is already posting. Can I find it real quick? Real quick? He's already posting about it. VladtTv TV. At VladtTV here. Well, it doesn't need to be the DJ Vlad one. It's probably the DJ Vlad one. DJ Vlad. What's on here? Let me see. I saw a screenshot of it. The guy 6ix9ine. No, where are you? Where's that shit? No, we're back 2 days ago. Let's see if I could find it. Old promo. I ain't mad. This is hey, get your money, man. Get your money. Time served. No. All right. No. Let me try this real quick. At DJ Vlad. And let me put a 6ix9ine. And let me go to latest and see if I could find it real quick. Oh, now it's going to mix in everybody else. Hell no, it's too much. All right. Point being, what I saw on Instagram was a screenshot of like a Vlad tweet saying that they broke the record or something like that. Like for Vlad's content, it's dropping a 4-hour life. So that's why it got so many clips. It's a 4-hour sit down that's being chopped up. That means they're most likely talk about, yeah. So Vlad is already tweeting about how impactful of an interview it was. And it was like supposed like one of the most expensive interviews he's paid for, he said. But the infatuation, the viewership of it is crazy. It's crazy. Hold on. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about these headphones. They're real sensitive to touch. Meaning like you could touch these shits and it's like clicking a play button. But they still 10 times better than them joints we was just using, the Beats by Dre. All right, so let's go to the Vlad joint that is in the title. Let's see if this is actual justification for some of y'all.
Right, because this is October 27th. On November 9th, which is what, 2 weeks later,
The mama.
you're filming a music video
Yeah,
with
Mama, Kanye
Kanye
West,
in
yeah.
Beverly Hills, and shots get fired outside the house.
Yeah.
Do you know what that was about?
We was beefing with mad niggas. We didn't know where it came from. But we was outside. We was in a city wilding them niggas up.
Right. Nobody got injured. No arrests were made.
But remember, no arrest made, no nothing. Like, this is what I'm saying. Before all of that, I'm already kidnapped. My mom's already got kidnapped. November 9th, that's when I'm finding Shotti, I'm speculating, because remember, I was in Dubai September. I beat up Sarah. Remember, everybody know that's public. I beat up Sarah.
I did an interview with her about that.
I beat up Sarah in September.
Well, why did you beat up Sarah?
Because I went through her phone, and everybody's saying she fucking Shotti. So she's denying it. She's like, yo, word to my daughter. Our daughter could die right now. It's all in your head. Yo, you going crazy. The money's getting to you. Blah, blah, blah. I will never do that. You brought Shotti to the house. You know what I mean? Like, she's just lying. She's like putting it on the baby.
One of the things that he's really held on to was that you and Shotti were in some type of relationship. And I think he even said that after the fact, after he got out.
Mm-hmm.
What is your take on that?
He's going to drive himself crazy. Like, if that's what he still believes in his head, I mean, God bless his soul. Like, at this, he's literally going to hold on to that to the day he dies in his head. I don't know what other piece to give him. He just wants to stick with what he has. So,
do you think that he really believes it, or do you think, oh, I'm going to use this as an excuse
both
for telling on everyone?
Both.
Both.
When a person lies so much and they start to believe what they're saying, and it makes all the sense in the world to them and how they put it together and how they're telling it to people and stuff like that. Yeah.
So she was having sex with Shotti?
Yeah, the whole time.
The whole time.
I just cut back to
You're
him.
having sex with a bunch of other women too.
It don't matter. All right, so you
Matters
got
a little.
Yo, that edit, Vlad, was wicked. Yo, the cut. Now I gotta play that again. The cut back to him was a perfect timing and edit me. Yo, good edit.
People and stuff like that. Yeah.
So she was having sex with Shotti?
Yeah, the whole time.
The whole time. But you're having sex with a bunch of other women too.
It don't matter. All right, so you
It
gotta
matters a
wait.
little
You gotta
bit.
wait. Hold on. You gotta no. I'm gonna show it to you, and then you're gonna be like, all right, next question. Right? I'm gonna put it for you easy as day.
Go ahead.
Oh Lord, we've got some women intuition right here with this comment. Shout out to you. Tried it. I don't know.
You have a wife?
We'll see.
A girlfriend?
I got something.
You got something.
Yeah.
Something. The fuck?
Who's your best friend?
My best friend.
Like, are you talking your dog?
My friend Mike.
Mike.
Yeah.
You're something, right? You say you got something?
Yeah.
If you're something right now, you see that kid that's just sleeping there?
Yeah.
The blue shorts?
Right.
Probably 19 years old. If you're something, your girl, right? Fucks him. You like how it hurt, right?
It would hurt.
How about if she fucks Mike? Would it hurt?
It would hurt more.
It will hurt more, right?
So we're not able to leave that alone. Is that the problem, chat? He said, "You got a wife? Yeah, girl. Let's play it again, nigga. Yeah, something is that's new, Vlad. Like, what do you?" Yeah, the chat. I'm looking at the chat. They like, what the fuck is a something? I got a something. How about like I got a girl, but it's complicated because we got something that's like, it's there, it's official, but it's not official. Like, she probably told the other guys, I probably told the like explain that. But when you look for the individual, you could say I have a something. Like, what the fuck? There goes 6ix9ine, always trying to set people up. 6ix9ine is hilarious.
Kid that's just sleeping there? Yeah. The blue shorts?
Right.
Probably 19 years old. If you're something, your girl, right? Fucks him. You like how?
If you're something. Hey, yo, is he talking about a boy? Yo, 6ix9ine is wicked with his rebuttal to Vlad. Hold on, we gotta go back. Oh, they taking me off track, but fuck it.
Who's your best friend?
Best friend.
My best friend.
Oh, hold on, before that.
You have a wife?
We'll see.
A girlfriend?
I got something.
You got something.
Yeah.
Who's your best friend?
My best friend.
Like, are you talking your dog?
My friend Mike.
Mike.
Yeah.
You're something, right? You say you got something?
Yeah.
If you're something
crazy.
right now,
He's
you
crazy.
see that kid that's just sleeping there?
Yeah.
The blue shorts?
Right.
Probably 19 years old.
Damn. The fuck y'all doing?
If you're something, your girl, right?
Something.
Fucks him. You like how it hurt, right?
It would hurt.
How about if she fucks Mike? Would it hurt?
It would hurt more.
It will hurt more, right?
Yeah.
You just you're proving my point. You could fuck anybody. I'm fucking bitches.
Did you ever confront Shotti over it?
We gonna get to that. I did and I did it. But you see how I just pointed something and what I said. You was gonna say next question, right? You said, but you was fucking bitches.
Who said that?
None of them knew Sarah.
Vlad said that?
Right.
I'm fucking bitches in Atlanta, Miami, LA. Sarah lives in New York. Am I fucking Sarah's best friend? Am I fucking Sarah's sister?
He's crazy. It's not cheating. None of these girls are living in New York where she lives.
Listen.
I see what you're
No,
saying.
hold on.
I mean, I see
You
your point.
see what I'm saying, but
It's
you're hold
close to
on,
home.
Vlad. No,
Right.
Vlad,
But
Vlad,
regardless of
regardless, wrong is wrong. But listen,
yeah, wrong is wrong, and regardless of who your baby mother, your girlfriend, your wife, whatever is fucking, doesn't mean that you get to put hands on them.
How
right?
would you feel? You and Mike at a dinner table, right? No, Vlad, don't shy away from it, because that's why people hate me, because they shy away from facts. Say you and Mike, right, are having dinner at a dinner table, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're a little something. We don't know her name, but let's call her little something.
Yeah.
Is eating when you and Mike laughing in your face the whole time she's fucking Mike.
Right.
Say that waiter comes to that dinner table, right? That waiter says, hey, do you guys want some more water? Say your little something is fucking the waiter, right? Mike is there. Who would it hurt more? I'm proving my point.
Right. It would hurt with Mike.
With Mike, but this is what was happening. I'm fucking bitches in I'm paying for pussy. I'm paying for your time, bitch. I'm paying to fuck you. I'm paying a prostitute. You get it?
Do you want to say this?
You fucking my mans for.
Isn't he like on probation or some shit? Like, I never saw this piece, y'all. This is probably why he's breaking Vlad records and shit. Like, what? Prostitute. He's throwing off this whole snitch segment shit. But damn, 6, so entertaining, man. For the wrong reasons.
Free, like the nigga not give you Nathan.
Right. It doesn't justify putting hands on it though. In retrospect,
Didn't I?
am I right?
No.
Am I right?
Facts.
Yeah.
You
You could always cut that person off.
Yeah,
you guys have a baby
cool.
together, whatever. You can co-parent. Doesn't mean you have to put hands on it. Right?
You know why people don't like me? I took the truth. Yo, you did this? Yes.
Yeah. You're admitted to it. Yeah.
I admit to everything. I did that.
Yeah.
But don't put people don't like me. It's like you're not supposed to admit to it. Damn, look how he's saying it. You know, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People don't like the truth. Oh, look, people gonna ignore everything I said and be like, look how he talks about that. Look, he did his feet non-regretful. I owned up to it. I took accountability in a federal courtroom. I took charge, right? I'm lying?
No, you're telling the truth.
I'm telling the truth, and have I lied once this whole interview?
No.
We an hour in, right?
Yeah.
Over an hour? 2 hours? No, but let's not. People don't like me because it's like, damn, like he takes accountabilities, but we just don't like him because it's too real.
No, man, you admitted to it. You admitted to it. You put hands on her.
I put hands on her.
And you know in retrospect that was wrong because it is the mother of your daughter.
It's wrong.
Exactly. That was my whole point. That was my whole point.
Vlad,
I understand it was a fucked up situation.
3 minutes ago, you just try to justify, yeah, but you was fucking other bitches. It's not the same.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. It's not the same.
Can I put my glasses back on?
Go for it. Okay.
Can I put my glasses back on now? Because I had to make sure you understand how serious I was being this whole time. Well, people, and we're going to get to what I said in the intro. Like, there's a big accusation for one of the biggest rappers that's starting up on the internet right now as we speak. We're going to go to that next. But closing out this 6ix9ine piece, is infatuated as the world is with snitching in the world of crime, does it matter to people if people come to the conclusion that it was always a lie about why he did what he did because Shotti was sleeping with his girl? Now, I see the chat when Shorty was talking on Vlad. Everybody felt her body language was off. Chat saying like her eyes are all over the place. You tried it, who is a woman and has that female intuition, said no. She kind of smiled or like laughed a little bit. That's that I fucked him type chuckle. Is that what that is? I'm just saying. And 6ix9ine, you don't sell me on I'm just this honest guy because I keep it so real. I think he just picks and chooses, and he's a manipulator, and he speaks aggressively to the point where he can dominate conversations. Who the fuck puts all their eggs in 6ix9ine basket saying that, nah, that motherfucker tells the truth? Nah, fuck no. He's not a truth teller to me. He's just whatever out here doing what he does. But does it matter? Does it change things? To me, no. It would be very interesting, though. It would be very interesting because one thing that he's been manipulating this whole time in front of y'all fucking face is he gets almost some kudos from certain people, depending who you ask. He gets some kudos for saying, yeah, I told. He does. But at the same token, he offers up a huge excuse. These guys were robbing me. They were setting me up. They were kidnapping me. They were fucking my baby mother. All right. Now, when you start talking about your family, your wife, your girl, your kids, that's what people start to say, like, damn, that's ultimate crossing the line. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to go in that direction, then certain people is going to say, hey, man, you slapped this kid. You deserve anything. He decided to tell on you. That was his payback. Hey, you fucked his wife, the mother of his children. He decided to tell on you. They're going to go. And there's a whole bunch of people that fucking justify that shit because of that. Like, to me, it doesn't matter. But that's what 6ix9ine has been pulling off this whole time. Do you understand how many fans 6ix9ine has that says he told, but they was fucking his BM? So she looks suspect as fuck. She does. But I think it is very possible that she's right. Like, he's gonna tell y'all that it's his justification. He's a master manipulator and fucking liar. You know, who knows? He never said in this interview right here in the beginning when he started talking about it, he said, they telling me that Shotti's fucking, they telling me. He said he went through her phone. Well, what did you find in the phone? You know, it doesn't justify the shit. But just imagine that storyline was ever proven to be false from him. Even that little like pocket of fans that he has that justify what he did, they wouldn't have a leg to stand on anymore either. All right. And last but not least, I will say, just because you claim everything doesn't justify everything. All right. That's the second one that happened in this interview. Not just the telling part, but the part of, yeah, I hit on my girl. I admit it. And Vlad's giving people passes if you admit it. He's like, if you admit it, we're okay now. I killed them. Okay. I'm telling you. Is everybody okay now? Yeah, we're okay because you told the truth. What? Some new shit y'all be creating on the internet a mile a minute. All right. The person that is now starting to get talked about for being a snitch is Jeezy. All right. And it's coming from what appears to be like a federal agent or something like that. But let's play the video.
He was never charged with a crime. But we had these two rappers in Atlanta in the early 2000s, and they were beefing with each other, trading diss tracks, the whole thing. Then rapper number one, the famous one, orders his goons to go beat up rapper number two and steal this gaudy gold and diamond necklace he wore in all his videos. And that's where it got interesting. The goon squad shows up at rapper number two's place. He pulls a gun and starts shooting. One of the attackers gets hit, makes it about 200 yards away from the house before he drops dead. Rapper number two is arrested for murder, but is dismissed as self-defense. And the real criminal here is rapper number one, who ordered the violent act that got his man killed. I had the phone records of two witnesses prepared to testify for what would have been a rock-solid RICO murder case. But for reasons that were never explained to me, the U.S. Attorney's Office declined prosecution, and rapper number one went on to have a phenomenally successful career. Oh well, win some, lose some.
Obviously, he's implying that Jeezy told, because the fans just abruptly abandoning their plans to charge someone with a clear-cut RICO don't just happen without some form of cooperation. However, in the comment section, he only liked and responded back to two comments. The first comment he liked and responded back to was Jeezy and Gucci. And he says, I mean, you said it, I didn't. Playing it coy. The other comment that he responded back to and liked, also playing it coy, was, well, the BMF theory. Somebody commented, so Jeezy cooperated with the feds on Meech, so when this happened, he got a pass. That was what was being implied in the video. And by imply, I mean the FBI agent knows exactly what happened. He knows exactly what the theory is. And he knows this is the truth. And he responded.
So, a couple things there with this accusation that's coming out. Even going back earlier, funny how we said 50 Cent, you know, the ghetto Quran. Like, nobody really looks at that as snitch. The streets hate it. If you're one of those names, you hate it. You feel like, yo, what the fuck you out here talking this shit for? But it's not really getting a snitch label because that's how these rappers do. Drill rappers, Philly rappers, New York rappers, 50 Cent, your favorite rapper. They all say shit that they're not supposed to say on Lil Durk, right? Everybody. Gucci Mane rapped how many times you sent somebody to try to kill me. Did anybody ever call Gucci Mane a rat? No. You know, during this whole thing about Ratlanta of Young Thug and Gunna, and what are y'all saying? We brought it up on prior streams. They're saying, all we got left is Gucci Mane. He's the real king of Atlanta. It's just him, right? Did anybody ever call him a rat by having all these songs and whatnot and saying that Jeezy interviews as well? Remember they asked him, like, is Jeezy a king of Atlanta? He said, if I'm finna call you a king, you send somebody to try to kill me or whatever. Nobody ever called Gucci a rat for saying that. Did y'all? I already know the answer. It's rhetorical. It's rhetorical. It's rhetorical. Now, go into the actual accusation. It's almost like the T.I. thing, you know, where you don't have any proof. Nobody's ever seen any paperwork on it. Jeezy has been accused of being a rat before. People like Bloom might have said his name, I think. His name has been playable before. We remember that. But it's like it comes and it goes. It's like it doesn't stick. Right. But this whole thing over you being the mastermind, allegedly sending the shooter. They don't just want the person that shot Quando Rondo's truck. They want Little Durk, the alleged person that put this together, sent it. And Gucci has admit to it a million times. You guys did a whole verses in front of our fucking face to supposedly put down the beef of this chain bounty, and then somebody getting shot, and Gucci, you know, performs the song in front of Jeezy, which lit the whole internet on fire. Jeezy gives a speech. It's bigger than this. This is why we're here. And so there's no detraction between these two guys as to what happened, who did what, who sent what, who got shot, and why they got shot. And Jeezy was never charged with anything. Now, last but not least, this is my third chapter of this. It's very possible that it ends up like what we're seeing so far in like the David case. We just get to a hole in the road. And it's like, I know that you're a primary suspect for a reason, but I just don't have any hard evidence. It's like, I know you and I both know, but I could only do but so much. I don't have no means to really bring this grand jury indictment your way. Okay, it's a lot of he say she say. I have no evidence and I have no witnesses. I'm not going to be able to bring Gucci in to trial, right? We don't believe that. Gucci's not going to come in here and testify. And do we have the girl? What does she know? Right? Does she know that 100% Jeezy sent those people to the crib? Was she involved? Do you have witnesses and evidence? I feel like those are always the two top things: evidence, video. Some of you motherfuckers that we went over cases this year, leaving your phones in the car and they got fingerprints, evidence or witness testimony. Queso's father up there on the stand. Those two things. If you don't have those, things get shaky a little bit. And then you're dealing with somebody that got money, is going to lawyer up with the best of the best. And then you fuck around and lose all this taxpaying dollars and all these hours in court. You lose this case as a DA, prosecution office, right? So it could be that. If David skates by, that's what it's going to be. You don't have the clear-cut evidence that he is involved in that. And everybody still, for the rest of his career, is going to look at him with a side eye. All right? So this Asian is acting like he knows something. He is. He's being sarcastic and he's talking this shit. Rapper 1, rapper 2, and all that type of shit. How far will this go, though? I don't know. All right. We spent an hour on the main topic. We went telling. We went ratting this morning direction. I gave y'all some new news. Looked at the 6ix9ine stuff. Went into some back history. Hope y'all had some fun right there. Flash news segment. Bad Bunny speaks out about his upcoming Super Bowl performance.
I'm very excited to be doing the Super Bowl, and I know that people all around the world who love my music are also happy, especialmente todos los latinos. Todos los latinos y las latinas en el mundo entero y aquí en los Estados Unidos, todas las personas que han trabajado para abrir puertas, más que un logro mío. Más que un logro mío, es un logro de todos, demostrando que nuestra huella y nuestra aportación en este país nadie nunca la podrá sacar ni borrar. And if you didn't understand what I just said, you have 4 months to learn. We have a great show for you tonight. Doja Cat is here. I'm very excited.
The promo run continues leading up to the Super Bowl halftime show. Shout out to him. Like I said, when I first saw it, I was being selfish. I was like, damn, there was buzz that Jay-Z was going to do the halftime show. I'm a hip-hop head. I want a hip-hop artist. I was being selfish. I do like the spreading of the wealth. I respect that. Everybody got to get their turn, different genres of music. Can't just go Rihanna, Usher, Eminem, Snoop, Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar. Let's keep it just like this. Jay-Z, come on, stay just like that. Nah, he's gonna do some country. Gotta do some Hispanic. Yeah, you gotta do it. Let me fall back, right? But seeing the mounting theories of it being political, just like Kendrick's show, ironically, right? A shot at the Trump administration and that whole wing of favorable people. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. Now, some people are also mentioning he dresses drag. He's probably going to do that in front of the whole country on the biggest stage every year in front of kids and whatnot. I'm not in support of that, really, to be honest. I'm trying to be nice here. I'm trying to be politically correct with my words. I'm not really a big fan of that, right? But if he does do that, that would still be in the same bucket as, him being of his descent and already having lyrics, from what I'm told, going at the Trump administration or the government. And now you add on that element, because Trump has these positions that's anti like transgender and get these women out of or men out of women's sports. And I do agree with that. I don't believe that a man should be boxing a woman professionally just because he decided at some point to, you know what, I'm gonna leave it alone. But it'd be a double slap, right? Would it be the most interesting performance for myself? No. But if that's a bigger cause, I'll hear it out. I'll hear it out. So let's continue to watch the development and the rollout towards the halftime. Still got plenty of time. Game is in February, right? So we'll see. All right, flash news continued. Rampage Jackson again. I'm starting to worry about you a little bit, buddy. Starting to worry about you a little bit. Now I know you got a background as a fighter and maybe as the chippy nature and aggressive nature of you, but again, man.
BBC. Get the fuck out of my face, nigga. Get the fuck out of my face. Man, look at Rampage. Get the fuck out of my face. Hey, you a weird ass nigga. Get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face. Hold the fuck on. Hey, Rampage, I respect you, bro. Respect. Hell yeah. How you doing?
I just feel like Rampage got to get control of himself, or else he's gonna get himself in trouble. This is not the second time we've seen on one of his live streams. Has it happened outside of that? Who knows? You got to get control of this. It's obviously too much of a trigger for you. You are out in the world live streaming as your job, and that's dope. I like Rampage as a streamer. I told y'all that. It was one of the biggest storylines this year too, though, which his son did. Right. And that little kid just not a little white kid just ran up 100-pound white kid ran up on him. He wasn't even disrespectful. It's like you got that fanned out element, like I've bumped into people on the street and they've asked me stupid shit that I don't care about at that moment. Like, you know what I'm saying? He'd be like, yo, what's up with that URL card that's after yours? And I just be like, you care about that? Like when we cross paths in the street, like battle rap shit, like let's do it over there. Like we're here in Publix. Like who cares? Like stupid shit. You know what I mean? But this is the biggest thing around your family and your name. The situation with your son. This kid just says, hey, well, that thing with your son, a little too fanned out moment. You got to read the room a little bit. If you're really a fan of Rampage, you know how sensitive of a topic this is. And yeah, you can find something better. But damn, that reaction to this little guy's. Now, what if he, just like the last fan, what if he doesn't put his hands up and de-escalate? What you going to do, Rampage? You going to hit him right there on your stream? Just like your son did, hitting niggas on your own stream? What are you going to do? What if he says, what do you mean get out of your face? It's a free country. I'm just here on the public sidewalk. And all I did was ask you about, how's things going with your son? And then Rampage turns up even more. What if your security guard puts his hands on him? Yo, you gotta realize sometimes when you're a public figure and you have a ton of controversy around you, it doesn't give people a pass to disrespect you. I'm never going to say that. People do not have a green light to disrespect you. But you are a whole celebrity, and that's part of it, being out. Like Gunna is going to be walking on the red carpet, and somebody's going to go, stop all that ratting. We saw that video. Young Thug's going to be walking to court to support Metro Boomin, and somebody's going to ask him, yo, what's up with that Gunna shit? And you see how Young Thug reacted. Man, you a fuck nigga, you with us. It's going to happen to you guys, right? And sometimes these people are dickheads out in the street. They really don't deserve to get away with some of the shit that they say. But it's either you realize that and keep yourself out of jail, or you turn up on the first little kid that walks up on you in a random night and says, hey, how's your son? What's going on with your son? And you ready to punch him in his face. I'm just saying. If he ends up with the same charge as his son, and last but not least, let me say this. It's all speculation, of course, allegedly. But his reactions, it makes me think about that video that he did when he was just like, I ain't talked to my son in a while. I'm not fucking with him right now because of what he did. I just feel like if I was in that spot and somebody said, yo, what's up with your son? My reaction definitely by this point is like, nah, we working it out. But listen, I'm not talking about that, especially on the camera. I'm not talking about that, but we doing the best we can. Get this fan out my face. That's it. Like his reactions is almost like hateful. Your son's the one that did it. So all these aggressive fueled reactions to people that didn't even say anything disrespectful really rooted in where you're at with your son. That's the question. Leave it alone. Don't try to look too far into it, ARP. All right, let's do it. The last but not least for some flash news, Kodak Black. I was gonna skip it, but I said fuck it, play it. Kodak Black goes live on IG and clears up the methamphetamine rumors. I eat good, high or not. I don't be on no fucking meth. I tried it though. Man, you look all healthy and clean here, man. This is just the type of Kodak Black that they want to see. But let's check it out.
Everybody be on that. I be say yak must be off milk today because he eating good. What you mean? You mean like as in like I must be off it or I must like not be on it? What you trying to say? Whoever the fuck this girl's name, Mellow Fellow. You don't know me. I eat good. I eat good every day, all day, yeah, man. High or not, yeah. Trying to be on the fucking left. I tried it though. I don't play shit up, for real, for real. But I'm gonna tell y'all this right here, right now. Now, everybody be on that. It's melting every drug. You feel me? That's why I said that. That's why I had said that, you feel me? It's melting everything. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like for the people who drink liquor, for the people who smoke weed, for the people who do anything, right? Everybody be on that. I be say yak must be off milk today because he eating good. Y'all don't know what's in the ingredient. Y'all don't know that. Y'all motherfuckers just take shit and not even know what's like, where this shit just came from, what's been in it, how it been. You feel me? Yeah, that's messed up. That's messed up for real. That's messed up. Yeah, man, you don't business. For real, for real. I like what you think was in lean when y'all drinking lean and shit. But they look cool though, cause everybody doing it. So that's peer pressure. You know what I'm saying? Peer pressure is more than just like, oh, do this. Here, bro, you gotta do this. Yeah. Peer pressure stems from, okay, you grew up in an environment, oh, that's all you see around you. It's all this shit is around you, and you seeing it, and you more prone to like indulging in that shit, cause that's all you see. Yeah, it's heroin. It's heroin. It's heroin and lean. And what you think? What you think that shit come from? Y'all don't know what's in the ingredient. You know what I mean? Promethazine. Man, the fuck? Everything got meth in it. Crazy. You know what I mean? But like, bitch, I don't just. I ain't know y'all was gonna hate me for that shit though. For me saying that, I just be saying like y'all be really just want to have something against me, cause like, be like, damn, y'all don't carry nobody else like that. I be seeing like these rappers and shit, and they be I'm like, oh, this person hiding in a bit. Y'all ain't gonna say nothing about it, bro. Let me in this little shit, like, bitch, what you call it? Oh, he tweaking. Fuck up, bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't start getting to the point where you pass the buck. Oh, these other rappers being they high as fuck. You don't say none of them. I will say that's the cleanest I've seen him talk in a long time. Like I actually understood what he was saying, and he was talking more fluid than he has in a while, at least from what I've seen. But I ain't gonna belabor it, man. I ain't gonna belabor it. Kids, don't do drugs. Period. Okay. Period. All right. We got Miss AB at 5:57 coming in with a super chat 3 minutes before the stream started this morning. Thank you, Miss AB. And I DM'd you as well. You are so great. You really are. You are so supportive of this podcast. Thank you so much once again, Miss AB. Really appreciate it. Jay's here. She said earlier, this was at 6:11. Shorty, won't you get a bag of the lethal? I'll be undressed in the bra. All I see through. Why you count your jewels thinking I'ma cheat you? See, the reason why I be butchering these sometimes is because my mind processes to like just regular type of comments. Like, questions or people talking about, and JV dropping these lyrics and I start reading them regular and shit. And then I'd be like, oh no, I'm butchering somebody's lyrics. Like, the only one thing I want to do is, so I don't remember if this was tied to a specific part around 6:11. We was probably was we walking through the article yet? Maybe. or you just waking up in your music bag. Either one, Jay. Shout out to Jay, as always. Prentice is here. 10 memberships he sent out. 31 minutes in, 6:31. 10 memberships for y'all to catch in the chat. That man is not, and I believe Prentice became a member within the last 2 weeks or 2-3 weeks. I think I remember. So that man came in and started being super productive from the podcast standpoint. Like, man, listen, gang. I appreciate that, man. 10 memberships to start off the week like this on a Monday is kind of dope, dog. So thank you, Mr. Jones. Appreciate you. Really appreciate you. Other than that, general chat, are y'all good? Peek over here real quick before we get up out of here. Everything straight? All right, fun little walk today. Should I do Mafia tomorrow and come out of hip hop? Do Mafia snitches tomorrow? We won't know a lot of them. Y'all gonna know Sammy the Bulla and Frank Lucas. All the other ones by name you probably won't know. Y'all want to do that tomorrow? I don't know. Tweet me what y'all want to see. But 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, we'll be back. Happy Monday. Enjoy the day. Let's get moving.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss making decisions, my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry True Podcast. Welcome to the house of. And shout out to the members.